Hi guys. Okay, so I wanted to make a video about something that I kind of knew about but I didn't know about, and it scared bad words out of me, like literal bad words. I don't swear, and this made me swear a lot. So you all saw my video where I went and had my annual checkup, and it went great. Like, it was fast, they were all very nice. And so I'm sitting at my computer a couple days ago, I can't exactly remember when, uploading footage from my trip and other things, and I get a call from an unknown number, and I knew who it was. So Planned Parenthood is really great with confidentiality and making sure everyone is safe, and the information is only getting to the person that needs it, and other people aren't knowing about things. So anyways, they call under unknown number. Nope, I don't normally answer unknown numbers, but I just had a feeling it was them, and I went, oh, bad word. Like, they said they'll only call if something is wrong. And so my initial thought is like, I have an STD. I don't know how I have an STD, but they're calling me. I must have one. And then all this happened in a matter of seconds because I answered the call. But I'm like, what do I have? This is horrible. Bad word, bad word, bad word. And then I said, oh, maybe hopefully they're calling because they need a copy of my insurance card, which I still need to take them, but I haven't. And so I answered, and I said hello. And I will just insert a clip from right after that here. And she tells me, I don't know why I'm freaking out about this. She's like, yeah, so I'm just calling to let you know that your pap smear came back with some abnormal, I don't know how she said it, but basically there's abnormal cells on my cervix. It's abnormal, but she's like, you're in the age range where it's not too concerning right now. Like, usually they go away on their own. We're just gonna have to do, usually a pap smear, you do them every 3 years, but now I have to do them, get one each year during my exam. So I can't exactly remember the clip now as I'm telling this, but I know I was freaking out. Like, it really scared me. And I've calmed down now, but in the moment, even after she said not to worry about it, it just like, it had already scared me so much, and that fear was still there. And I like paced around my apartment for like 10 minutes, like sobbing because I just gotten so scared. And I just thought, like, if it's so common and it's something I don't need to worry about, like, how have I not heard more about this? And so naturally I went on the internet, I went on YouTube, and there are a couple videos out there, but I just think there need to be more. People need to share their experiences, and so here it is. Here I'm sharing my experience about my abnormal pap smear and what I have learned, what my outcome is as of now, because I really won't find anything out for a while. But here we go. If you are curious about this, or you just got a phone call or a letter or something, you're scared, join me, just calm down, sit down with me, and let's have a little talk, okay? So what does an abnormal pap smear mean? That was, I mean, in the moment she answered my questions. I can't even remember what I asked her because it's all kind of a daze. It seems to me, from what I've learned, that pap smears can come back one of 3 ways: normal, inconclusive, or abnormal. And so normal, it's normal, you're good to go, there's nothing wrong. You probably won't hear anything back if you have a normal pap smear. The next one is inconclusive. It also said ASC-US. It stands for atypical squamous cells of undetermined significance. And so this means that the cells don't look normal, but they don't look abnormal either. So 75% of women with the result have no abnormal cells on their cervix. So if you have the inconclusive or that ASC-US, it's basically a normal. I think they might just have you come back in for a retest if they can. And so the next one is abnormal. And so I had a abnormal pap smear. And so cell changes are present, and it could be due to HPV, or other thing. Like, there's a lot of things that can cause changes in your cervical cells. So they can be mild, the changes can be mild, moderate, or severe. And just about, I mean, most with abnormal cells, if you're told you have an abnormal pap smear, it doesn't mean you have cancer. Most abnormal pap smears, people with abnormal pap smears actually don't have cancer. But there's more, if you have more severe abnormal cells, they can progress to cervical cancer over time. There is the low-grade SIL, also known as LSIL or CIN1, and this is mildly abnormal cells that usually go away on their own. And I think that's what I have, because she said that since my age, it's not something to concern about and it should clear itself up on its own. And then there's the high-grade SIL, or also known as HSIL, or CIN1-2 or CIN3, and this is moderate to severe abnormal cells. CIN3 also may be referred to as carcinoma in situ. I can't pronounce that, but yes. So depending on what your result is, your doctor may suggest a variety of things. So routine testing, obviously. You should get tested, you should get a pap smear every 3 to 5 years. I think the age is like 21 to 39, you should get a pap smear every 3 years, and from age 40 to like 65, I'm not sure the end date, but every 5 years. For me, I got a pap smear this year, and normally I would get a pap smear in 3 years, but because I have abnormal cells on my cervix, I have to get a pap smear next year when I go in for my exam, and the following year when I go in for my exam. So I have. And then another thing is they may have you come in for another pap smear, or they may suggest I'm not gonna pronounce this right, a colposcopy. Colposcopy. Okay. Colposcopy. And then another question I had was, after, what is this? What does this mean? What does abnormal pap smear mean? Is how common is it? Because she said that I don't know if she said it was common, I think, but not to be worried about. So anyways, I looked up how common is an abnormal test. And so there are around, the data I found, there are around 55 million pap smears performed in the US each year. I'm sorry, this is the US, but it can give you a kind of an idea, even if you're from another country. So 55 million pap smears each year. 3.5 million, so there's 55 million, and only 3.5 million come back abnormal. And that's only 6%. And so there are approximately 3,700 cervical cancer deaths each year in the US. And so if you do the math, which the website did for me, so for every cervical cancer death, so from every death due to cervical cancer, there are 1,000 abnormal pap smears. And the thing, don't think cervical cancer, because that's what I did, and it's just an abnormal pap smear. It's not, things happen, cells are changing, and you just have to keep an eye on it. So cervical cancer, not that is what it is a slow-moving, easy to catch, easy to treat cancer. So the moral of the story is, like, you can see from that clip, like, I was really upset, I was really scared, and it just caught me off guard, because you think you're an invincible human being. Like, I'm young, I'm healthy, I eat my vegetables, I eat lots of vegetables. I think just awareness and people talking about it, and I mean, if people share their stories and we realize that it's not such a scary thing, and not only that, but like what you should do if something is wrong. Yeah, so just keep an eye on your body, know what's normal, know what's not normal, what isn't normal, and go in for your yearly exams. Like you saw from my video, my annual exam video, I'll link it down below. Like it was peachy, it was great, it went super swell, they were super nice, and it's not anything to be worried about. So everyone should be going in and getting their annual exams, because they're very important, because then when things pop up, you can keep an eye on them or get them taken care of. It ruined the rest of that day for me. I just kind of walked around crying because I was just so scared. But I'm okay now. I realize that all is going to be well, and I'm going to just keep an eye on it, and hopefully my cervix will right itself. I hope you enjoyed my video, and until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye!